And we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Soha. Thank you so much for joining us in our series of AI Behind the Build. And hello, everyone who is joining us here. Also, please give us your name, where you're joining us from. So, for example, I'm joining from Barcelona. Soha, where you're joining us from?
Yeah, currently just traveling to the Middle East, so currently from the Middle East.
Exactly. So, you see, we're spread all over the world. So today I'm joining with the Soha. She is one of the experts who help us to create the course on foundation of automations. So
Mhm.
how to really start from like really baby steps to start to building your automations and all the logic behind it that she's going to explain us a little bit later. So Soha, can you tell our listeners a little bit about your background and how did you come to automations?
So actually, I immigrated to Canada, and I've lived there for like 7 years. And I worked as a quality data analyst, so I evaluate the outputs of AI in terms of accuracy and the quality. And then AI showed it's happened, and I tried to like learn more about AI, and then I found my workflows are so a bit like crowded, and I needed to find solution how to like simplify and optimize my workflow. So I heard about automation, so I tried it for my own workflows, and bit by bit I learned, and I helped other friends. Like I had a friend who had problems with her admin work, so I helped her out, and yeah, from
This
there,
is how
like
the journey begins, no?
yeah, this
From
is how
helping
I
friends.
teach people how to optimize and how to like be more productive and how to use automation in their professional or personal life.
Yeah, automation is a fantastic development, right? That's something that really helps. It saves a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Cool. So before you start the automations, before you learn what is automations, right? What was your biggest time waster? For what you waste a lot of time and what automation solved for you?
So because I juggle many stuff and work in many stuff, so competitor research, for example,
Mhm.
content creation, like searching news articles, updates, especially about AI, since everything's moving so fast, like each and every day. So I had to find a way how to like automate it, like find news articles, updates, posts, and then find ways to summarize them, and then to create posts.
Yeah. So it was like your first automation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was facing a lot of, uh, a lot. Yeah, I mean, like I was spending a lot of time researching and finding and here and there and creating content and stuff. So it was taking a lot of time. So I had to find like ways to automate it. Of course, I'm involved in it. It's not like totally automated, but yeah, it saves a lot of time and tasks that I could have
Exactly.
been, yeah, spending time doing it.
You're still in the loop, but you are kind of just getting a little bit of speed, speed up of your process.
Exactly, like searching for news articles and summarizing it and analyzing it and stuff. That would take a lot of time.
I know, especially if you have kids, right?
Yeah,
They really help you out.
yeah.
Okay, do you have some task that you know that you can automate, but you
Mhm.
don't do it because you maybe you enjoy to do it or you don't really trust to do the automations?
So yeah, that task would be the content creation as well. I have to be involved. Like, I mean, I could fully automated it, like uh, any LLM like OpenAI or ChatGPT that would summarize and create a post, and then it can directly post it on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, right?
Mhm.
But I don't do that. I have to be involved. I have to like review it, modify it, add my human voice, my brand voice. So that's something I don't fully automate, even though I know I can do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not everyone is following this thought process, right? There are some people you like a lot of time you go to LinkedIn or something, you feel like, oh, it was AI generated. You can
No,
like
yeah,
it.
we shouldn't depend fully on AI or we have to add our brand voice and our human voice. Yeah, we
Exactly.
just take what's the heavy lifting, like the researching, the summary. I still have to like review the outputs,
Yeah.
because sometimes the outputs of AI isn't that accurate. So I still have to review it
Yeah.
and modify it and add my own touch.
I agree. Do you know more or less how much of your time automation saved since you start to implementing them in the overall like comparison, you before automation and you after automation? Like, I mean, an average, obviously.
Yeah, on average, maybe let's say like maybe 70%, yeah, because there are other workflows that I use, not only in content creation.
Of course. The
Yeah,
others.
there's also a lead generation. So me sending emails to leads, I can automate that instead of, sending to each lead separately. I can send them every 1 hour, for example.
Perfect. 70% is good. That's fantastic. It's a
That's
good
an
number.
estimate. That's just a rough estimate. I don't know actually, like accurately how.
Cool. So you can spend time more with your kids, right?
Yeah, with my kids, one of my side hustle, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, Soha. So we, well, me personally and ChatGPT, me and ChatGPT, the team, we are together coming up with the teaching nickname squad, like a squad, AI squad nickname for each experts who become a part of our platform or our courses. So far, we already have 4 people. We have 4 nicknames. One of this design sensei, memory crafter. We have GTM Tetris. So now it's time for you. Okay.
Okay.
So I collected a little bit of information of your professional background. I know something about your like personal interests and hobbies. And ChatGPT come
Mhm.
up with 3 nicknames. Okay, and I'm gonna give it to you now. Then maybe try to explain why they come up with this name, right? And then I want you to choose the one which you feel like it's closest to you. So from now on, you're gonna have a nickname. Apart from Soha, you're gonna have a nickname. Okay, cool. So the first one is Flo Taylor. Okay. Do you know why it comes with this nickname?
Flow like workflow and
Yeah.
Taylor like crafting.
Yeah,
Crafting.
because you building your business, so the
Okay.
hijabs and everything, so you kind of the floor and okay.
Oh, no, that's creative.
Next one, workflow wanderer
Mm-hmm.
and the automation alchemist.
Okay.
Which one you like more?
Let's go for the first one since it matches both my side hustle and my and building workflows. Yeah.
I would also go with this. However, I like the automation alchemist. You're like a scientist. You,
Chemistry.
okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah, because I keep on, playing with workflows, building, trying this and that. So this would
That's
go well.
exactly. So now you are Soha Flo Taylor. So
Okay.
everyone remember like this. Okay, cool. So, Soha, I think now I will give you a little bit like a stage to talk a little bit about the course, give us a little demo what the people can actually do with the automations. And I also want to like, so while people listening, maybe people can participate in the comments, they can write maybe one daily chaotic task that really takes a lot of their time. So when the people write after your demo, maybe you can give like a little tips of there is if there is an automation to actually solve these chaotic daily tasks. Okay, so
Okay.
perfect. Now I will give you the stage, and Soka will present her course.
Okay. Let's.
Okay.
So can you see my screen?
Yes.
So the course will be consisted of 5 modules. The first module will be like explaining the difference between automations and AI agents. The second module will be like explaining real case studies that were facing challenges in their own business and how they applied automations and how that solved their problems. And in module 3, we'll be talking about automation tools, Make and Zapier, the difference between them, as well as one demo for each. So the demo is just simple, basic workflow, since this is a foundational level course. So the module 4 will be talking about the ethics of automation and how to respect the privacy of the users and be transparent with them. And the fifth module is for the learners to apply their automation workflow step by step and learn the most common mistakes that they may face while building their workflow. So in this demo, I'll be showing you like a very simple basic workflow on Make, just one trigger and one action. So an automation consists of one trigger, something that triggers the automation to work, and an action, what happens after the automation. So let's go to Make, and let's go to scenarios. This is the scenario I booked. Okay. So this workflow is just one trigger, like watching emails. So I put it as whenever I receive any email with attachment that has a label of invoice or has a subject named invoice or has in the body message any invoice, this attachment will be saved directly to Google Drive. So I'll be using this invoice as a test. And as you can see in my Google Drive in the invoice folder, it's just so empty for now. So let's send an email. I'll be sending an email actually to myself. Let's write invoice XYZ. And let's attach the invoice. Okay, let's press on send. Perfect. Now I have received the email with an attachment of invoice. So let's go back to my workflow. So technically, this workflow should be turned on and it should run like you could run it like one time per day or every like 2 hours or 3 hours. But just because of this as a tutorial, we'll just run it, choose where to store it. So I'll click on the email attachment that I just sent. This one, I wanted to start from this one. Okay, and let's click on run. Yep. Once you see these check marks, this means that everything is just perfect. So let's go back to our Google Drive. And as you can see, the folder invoices, it was saved here. So this is just a simple workflow. So it's just one trigger and one action. The iterator is just like a helper module. It just tells Make like whenever there are more than one attachment, like there are two attachments, it lets Make to process it separately. So it saves the two files separately. So this is just one example of a very basic workflow. I can walk you through like an advanced one if you want to see. So we have here Google Sheets. So it's actually Google Forms that's connected with Google Sheets. Google Forms and Google Sheets are natively connected to each other. So like whenever a lead submits a form, it will be saved in Google Sheets, but I want the responses. Once I receive a response, I want the responses to be added to our CRM, Notion, for example, and to be sent to my Slack team, customer service, for example. I can also filter according to the responses. So for example, if the response was if the lead in the response said that they have a budget of 1,000. So I can filter those who said they have a budget of 1,000. I can filter it to send them an email special to them. Unlike those who said below to 1,000, they could be sent a different email. And for those who said 1,000, as I said, they'll be sent an email, and they can be we can send an urgent Slack message to the sales team. So this is just like a demonstration how we can do routering, like doing multiple actions at the same time, as well as filtering. So that's more advanced. And content creation. So as I told you, for the content creation, in the Google Sheets, I can add any link of an article or something, and then it will be sent to, I wrote a prompt for Claude to just generate a summary as well as a Facebook post, for example. And then I connected it with ChatGPT to generate an image. And then all that will be added into new columns in Google Sheet. So would you like to see that in action?
Yes, let's see it in action.
Chris?
Let's see how it works.
You want to see that in action? Okay, so let's see new article. Let's see TechCrunch, for example. It's just demonstrating how you could add AI in your workflows, somehow advanced. So let's see this article, for example. Let's add it. Okay, let's add it here. Oh, it's not pasting. Okay, let's go again. Copy. Okay. So let's go here. Let's choose where to start. Okay, let's do this. And let's click run and wait for the magic to happen. So here, Claude will just summarize the article and create a Facebook post. And then next, OpenAI will create an image for that post. And then they will add it to Google Sheets.
So not only the text, but also the images, right?
Yeah,
Full
you can add images. You can play around, like add whatever you want. You can even do like post repurposing, like if you have a video or a reel, you can add it, and then you could use ChatGPT Whisper to generate transcription for the video and create a written post for you, and then you can add it to your LinkedIn, X, whatever you want.
yeah,
So you
whatever
can
sort
mix it up with the content itself. So if we go here, like we can see the, yeah, here's the summary of the article, and we can see the Facebook post it created. You can click on the image ChatGPT produced. Of course, the images aren't of that good quality, but we can try Nano Banana next time instead of ChatGPT.
It's true. We can upgrade already, right? The tools we
Yeah, you can play around. You can try different LLM. You can try Gemini instead of ChatGPT, for example. Like whatever you want.
yeah, you can play around. I think it's all about playing around and finding like the right tool and the workflow as well.
Exactly.
Um,
So this is advanced levels, but my course is a basic foundation. So just in order to do the advanced workflows, I mean, it's better to learn the basics and foundations, like triggers, how to do a trigger, how to do an action, and how to connect them, and how to connect with APIs. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think like you're absolutely right. So we should start with the little things, right? From the small step by step, fully understanding how it works. And this is what your course is about. I think also what is important is like understanding what you can trust, what is the privacy, right? What is like an ethical consideration. So you come
Mhm.
making automation like in full force, right? Knowing what can be like a bad side of this and a good side of this.
Exactly, exactly.
I know everybody knows as well that there are two main automation tools, right now is Zapier and Make.
Yeah.
I know that you're mostly using the Make and you showcase the demo in Make. Me personally, I also prefer Make. But I know that in the course, well, not know, in the course, you actually demo both tools and very detailed explain why to choose these of these, and also with like a use cases, which I think is fantastic because you can really see like a use case on real companies, how they had a problem and how they solved the problem. But can you like maybe in brief for our audience who didn't take a course but thinking about this, also just to give a little bit like a difference between Zapier and Make and why, for example, you're choosing Make yourself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I'd say both tools, automation tools, are beginner level, but I think Zapier is much more easier. It's very straightforward and clear, like a linear workflow, like very easy step by step. You choose the trigger, you set up the configuration, and then you test it, and then move forward with the action. So I'd say it's easier than Make. Make is also beginner friendly, but I think Make is visually friendly. Like as you can see, it's like a map, and you put the trigger, the action module, you add modules, you do routing and stuff. So for me, it's visually appealing for me, like more. But uh, Make is affordable. So the free plan, you get like 1,000 operations. However, Zapier, the beginner plan is like I think 100 tasks you can do, and Zapier, the beginner one, the free one, it's just one trigger and one action. That's all you can do. So the paid plans, you can do multiple actions. You could add routing, you could add filtering. However, make in the free plan, you could like add multiple actions. You could add routing and stuff. So make it more affordable. I'd say like if you want a very clear beginner friendly one, you could go for Zapier. If the volume of your tasks are very low, you wouldn't consume a lot of tasks, go for Zapier. But if you want to scale or you want to try out new workflows or add multiple actions, or you have a high volume of operations, I'd say go for Make. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I think you're right. Like I tried both of them, and Zapier is really more intuitive, I would say, right? Is a
Yeah.
little bit more like understanding how to put it, but yeah, it has a limitation. So
It has a learning curve as well, but once you get it, it's more flexible and yeah.
that's why we created the course. So after taking the course, people will learn it and they can use it actually for free, right?
Both they will understand more. Yeah.
Cool. What about like AI agents, right? Automation. So we hit at everything. It looks like it's the same, but maybe it's not. So can you like distinguish how you can choose between what to use, right? When you use AI agent and when you use automation, for example.
So yeah, I'm more into automation. However, like the words seem like similar, but they aren't. Like automation is a very rule based steps. Like if this happens, do that. If X happens, what Y happens. Like in our example, if you receive an email with an attachment and you put a filter like attachment with invoice, put it in that specific folder. So it follow rules. It doesn't think on its own. It doesn't make any decisions. However, AI agents, they think, they make decisions. They are very adaptive. So uh, like like the same similar example, if they receive like attachments, they can like analyze them, summarize them, and put them in the folders that they think is more suitable. So they think and make decisions. So yeah, that's the main difference between them. Yeah.
Yeah, so automation for more straightforward tasks, right? That it needs to be a repetition.
Yeah, predictive task, like your predictive outputs, like you know exactly like when this happens, this will happen.
Exactly. No, no creativity, no deviation, anything.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Fixed
Actually, there
rules.
is some people in the comments are saying that Zapier is complicated. So you see?
Wow, maybe yeah. So as I said, they're both beginner friendly, but maybe it differs from one person to another. So for me, I felt like Zapier is more straightforward than Make, but I would say they are both beginner friendly. I mean, there are no code tools in the end, so
That's the most important.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
like
can learn it.
it's up to everyone according to their preferences. No big difference. So yeah,
Exactly.
but for me, the main factor was affordability, since you know I build a lot of workflows. I iterate, I try this and that. So I want more operations. I want to add multiple actions. You know, so yeah, maybe that's the main reason for me why I go for Make.
No, I agree. I think Make is also like, as you said, since on the free version you have like a lot of actions you can make, right? And like not only two steps, so you can like make it more. So I think for the people who may be not sure, just want to try it out, right? I think it's a perfect start. It maybe can be a little bit of learning curve in the beginning,
Yeah,
but it's worth it. And then if you're like see you already past this and you can try Zapier and see that you like it more, well, you can
yeah,
switch.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's up to the preferences of other users. Yeah.
Cool. So uh, let's play a little game. Little game. I mean, we're not kids.
Like the detective game.
No, like we're not gonna do this.
Yeah, you
But
always
we
want to
did like a serious stuff. Right now, let's do a little bit less serious and then a little bit of funny one. So the
okay.
first one, it's gonna be like automation rapid fire. So what does it mean? I'm gonna give you a task. Okay, so like kind of I don't know, yeah, like a task, and then I will ask you to give like what kind of automation you will do for this. But you have to be
Okay.
very fast, so don't think too much. The first thing that's coming to your to your head, okay?
It can be imaginative, right?
I mean, you can use the imagination.
Everything's possible.
Then the next one is going to be more creative, okay? Okay, first task. Um, your family, you plan a bike ride with your family, with your kids, okay? So you're gonna ride. I know that you like biking a lot, you love your kids, so organize the bike ride. But there are 50 emails that you have sent, you need to send for your like side hustle job. So what
There, sorry.
you have to send 50 emails for your
Oh,
like side hustle job, okay? What is
okay.
your automation? Quick.
I have to send 50 emails and then what?
To your clients, let's say.
Okay.
What's going to be your automation?
So of course this would be like Gmail and so my clients, right?
Exactly.
So either it would be like
Uh-huh.
a template that I would send to the emails on Google Sheets, or maybe if like I don't have time for like a fixed template, maybe use like LLM, ChatGPT, like a prompt for them, and yeah, send them emails according to, of course, the request and whatever the scenario is. I don't know.
Well, it's in there. No, obviously, I mean, I didn't give you details, but it's something that is
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
I mean, in case because the family ride the bikes is more important.
cool.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, if they are leads, that would be a bit fixed template. Like, hi, I've seen your Instagram profile. You're searching for blah blah blah. I provide these services. So that would be fixed. Yeah. Gmail, Google Sheet. Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, the next one. So you are traveling again. You are in Morocco, let's say, or I don't know, whatever, in Maldives. Let's say in Maldives, it's better. In Maldives, you are resting with your family, but
Amazing.
you got in your calendar a new discovery call with the client. So what's going to be the automation in this case?
A new discovery call with
The
a
client
reminder.
booked it for you.
Yeah, that should be an automation workflow reminder before it. So,
Before I said, so you don't go to Maldives.
sorry.
No, 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 it's okay. So you put the reminder for yourself that
Yeah, the automation. Yeah, it would be a reminder to send before any meeting by 1 hour or 30 minutes. Like send an alert to me.
so you're not on the beach, taking the call. Okay. Um, now let's go for the funny one. So now it's more about I'm gonna give you absurd scenarios, okay? So it's something that it's not existed. So it's something like your daily life, let's say. So you like something that is connected with your life, and like if you would be able to automate it, what would you do? What process you would automate in your daily life? Okay. So the
Mhm.
first one, I don't know. Do you drink coffee or you drink tea?
That depends. Both, I guess. Yeah,
You
both.
drink both. Okay, so we stick with the coffee because everyone is familiar with the coffee. So, well, you know this routine of preparing the morning coffee when you wake up, you're very sleepy. So, in this routine, if you could automate, like if you could automate this process, of making the coffee,
Mhm.
what would it be? So, which part of this process you would automate?
Probably I would set my coffee machine to brew at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Once it's 6, 8 a.m., brew. Yeah, and I just put the cup. That's it.
You
That's
just wake up and coffee is waiting for you, just
exactly.
okay. The next one. So if you need to design an automation
Mhm.
for choosing your hijab each day. So the design of this, right? So when you need to choose, because depending on outfit, we need to choose the other one. So what are the decision criteria you set for this automation?
So creative questions. Okay, let me see. Probably taking a picture of my wardrobe
Uh-huh.
and connecting it with OpenAI.
Uh-huh.
So it checks the colors, see what's available, and matches the outfit. Probably
That's good. I mean,
every day. So every day I just take a
my,
picture, and
my
then
outfit.
yeah, I just take a picture. So that's the trigger. I take a picture, and
Oh,
then automation does all the job, and I just get
you
dressed.
just put it right, like, okay, I agree. Let's put it. Well, probably that's already exists some fashion stuff, right? Like you have like
Yeah, there are apps like that. Yeah, there are apps that you add your wardrobe items, and it just matches the clothes and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're being creative. Like, take a picture.
I think it's a lifesaver, especially if you have like a very big wardrobe. Sometimes you're like, what I'm gonna wear today. Sometimes you don't even remember what clothes you have, and then you snap the like you put
Exactly.
all the
Yeah.
clothes, and then like, oh, you can
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, but snapping a picture is because it shows what's available in the closet. Some items you might have donated, you might have in the laundry box, so that
You can
would
go and check them.
yeah,
Like,
that would work with the app.
okay. Um, and well, that's it. That's enough. I think you created an amazing automation for coffee routine and for the hijab, sorry, hijab selection. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more like serious, let's say, and maybe to look into the, let's say, future, right? Kind of the future. So like you have kids, you have beautiful kids, they are like growing in AI native world, right? So when they're gonna grow, that's probably gonna be agents, automations, AI everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So how you preparing your kids for this future, right? Like maybe what skills you're trying to for them, like to teach them. What do you think? And also, what skills do you think are very valuable for the generation to grow?
So it's very uncertain for us and for the kids how our life will be in the future with AI changing every time. So I'd say like teaching the kids and teaching ourselves as well as adults because this is something new to us. Um, Curiosity, like
Mhm.
I teach them to ask questions, why this happened, how this happened, ask questions, like teaching them, okay, you ask the question, you go research, find it by your own self, try to learn, like, yeah, they have to like learn how to learn and learn in a very quick way since everything is very changing. So we need to learn many skills so quickly. And I let them explore, like build. It's okay. Like my son loves to play Roblox a lot. So I told him, like, I know you love to play, but how about you build a game?
Yeah.
So we started with building the basic games, the one without coding. Then he will have to learn the coding language for building. So I want him to try building, try exploring, and it's okay if it doesn't work out. Like you need to learn resilience as well. Like you build, you fail, you try another one. It's okay. So I think being resilient, flexible, adaptive is very, very important at these times, as well as learning quickly. Like, um, I mean, like, how do you learn something very fast? Like how do you grab many sources and learn from it and optimize your learning workflow? So yeah, I told him like how to use notebook LM Google. So yeah, I provided like sources, many sources, YouTube links here and there, and there you have a summary. Like ask it whatever you want, and try to learn and grasp as much as possible. So yeah, I think curiosity, being adaptive, learning so fast, and building is are important skills for kids and us as well.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. I totally agree. And I think like yeah, being also curious as you mentioned, right? Like this learning curve, I think you could just have to be curious and just learning and going deep into this. So that's fantastic. You are giving a good foundation for your kids. So not just like actually I also teach the kids so and I always like look, I have a cool tool for you for learning like Notebook LM. I think it's fantastic for learning, right? So like
Yeah,
help
yeah,
them to find the creative ways to
yeah.
like and now they can do like videos as well. So it's just like
Yeah. But at the same time, I tell him like, do not rely on
yes,
Chat GPT. Like, try to research and find it on your own because I don't want him to be lazy. Like
yeah,
everything, like ask questions on Chat GPT. No, I want him to use his mind to research, to be critical thinker, not to be only like receptive. And the other thing is that like when he uses AI, I want him to like review the answers, the outputs, because not it's not always accurate and might be some percentage of hallucinations. So yeah, I don't want him to rely on AI, but to use it as an assistant for him.
like all of us, right? To
Yeah,
just help us in the learning process. I think like yeah, for kids is nice because everyone has a different personality interest. So if AI can help them to observe the information because it presented in a way that they enjoy, I think it's a very big achievement and that's a big plus of AI overall.
exactly. But we don't want them or us to depend on it 100%. Yeah.
Totally no. That's for sure no. That's we're still human, we're still always there. We are the top, of all the decisions that we make. Um, Soha, there is a question for you from the audience. What is the most useful automation you've created for your business? Well, for any business that you have, what was the most useful?
So for me, it's like it will really differ according to everybody's work or business. For me, and according to the stage of the business, right? So for me, like lead, how to send emails to leads. So there is this query that I use on ChatGPT. I tell them that query like search for example, this is not about me يعني. But for example, like search the Instagram profiles of dentists in city of New York with that have an email in their bio, for example. And I use deep search in that. So and I tell it like put the output in a table, okay? So it generates like 20, 25 accounts with the emails. I grab, copy paste that table, I put it in Google Sheets, and then I connect it with Gmail, and I send an email. That's not for me. I'm just giving an example. Send an email like, "Hi, I know you're a dentist and blah blah, and your Instagram. I provide services as marketing for dental services, for example. If you're interested, this is my portfolio, for example." And then you set the automation to run every 1 hour. So it goes like row one, it finishes, sends an email, and then after 1 hour, it goes to row two, and then it sends an email, and so on like that. For me, maybe it's competitor analysis. So there's an app called Appify in which like you could tell them like this website, like monitor it if this link change, if the prices changed and stuff, like notify me. So
Mhm.
competitor analysis, lead, social media, content
Content
creation.
creation.
Yeah, for me, mostly it would be content creation. Yeah, researching and grasping like updates and information from here and there and putting it in one Google Sheet in one place so I can
Yeah, really.
track everything. Yeah, but as I said, it would differ from person to another according to their needs, their scenarios and
Yeah,
businesses.
totally.
Yeah.
Depending on the business, right, the specifics. And also I think depend a lot on like everyone, like every person, not only business but every person, because everyone has a different pain points, right? Everyone has a different, I don't know, things that they don't like to do, right? Maybe there are some things like let's say I like to write a lot, so I would rather use the content creation myself, right? I'm going to be writing it from scratch. I mean, I'm not implying that we need to use like a ChatGPT for everything, but yeah, so everyone is different and depending on the needs.
Yeah, according to the volume of the tasks you want. So if you create a lot of content creation, then maybe you need to automate some of
Yeah, probably not gonna have time, to create 10 posts per day.
it.
So yeah, in this case, you can create one and then it's gonna like you ask the AI to like repurpose it for the other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Okay. I have a couple of like a fun personality questions for you, and I think we can wrap it up because you will give us a very beautiful demo. So first, okay, the first one. If you could name an automation workflow after one of your travel destinations, what would it be and what it would do?
Really, I love your question. So creative. Um, Maybe it would be Cairo bargain or Cairo shopping.
Okay.
Okay, because there's a lot of bargaining, and when you shop, you find the best deals and you bargain until you get a good offer. So yeah, maybe that would be a workflow. Like I can add on Google Sheets, put a link for an item I want to buy, and then connect it with any LLM, ChatGPT, for example, and then it searches for give it a prompt to find me like the best offers for this deal with a budget of so and so, and then it would generate me in another column the best three offers, for example.
Cool.
That's what came in my mind. I don't know.
That's cool. That's the point, everything what is came you at the same moment. Okay. So I know that you like cycling, right? So sometimes when we are walking or when we are cycling, right? Crazy and brilliant idea can come to our mind, right? But do you have a moment in your life then you are like where you got inspired for some automation and it was in a very weird place? I don't know, like being in the shower. I mean, shower is not a very weird place, but like I don't know, climbing in the in the mountain or something like this. Like, what was the weird place that's like an amazing idea about automation, well, or something else come to your mind?
I didn't experience something like that, to be honest, but I try to be like creative,
Uh-huh.
mm, imaginative. Okay, if I'm cycling, probably I would pass by a grocery store,
Okay.
and I would wish like if there's an automation that would restock my grocery or pantry.
That's a very useful one, no? I think.
Yeah, because every time I go do the grocery, I forget items, and then I come home. Oh my God, how come I forget? Yeah, somehow messy when it comes to buying groceries. So maybe adding in Google Sheet the items of pantry, like I would make it trigger if, let's say, the pasta went below 5 items. So it triggers, and then it sends to my grocery list an
Uh-huh.
alert that it adds to my grocery list, like buy pasta, for example.
I love it. I like your like automation mind, how it's working like a trick.
And
Oh,
this is how it came, like pantry grocery restocking, something like that. I don't know.
no, but it's a very useful one, you know. So I would love to have a
Think
grocery.
maybe we can apply that. Thank you for telling me. Maybe I can apply that.
So you see, we can generate ideas while being on the call.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, Soha, like first of all, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for like give us a sneak peek for the people who are still wondering and not sure, right? Take a course or not. So now they're more sure or not. I don't know, maybe more questions. Hopefully not. Hopefully, there are more questions resolved. I just want to remind everyone, so you can sign up for a membership. You're gonna find out their course from Soha, where she again in detail talk about all the foundations of how to create perfect automations, how to start from the beginner level. So you don't need to have any knowledge, and we don't use any tech jargon for this either. So everything is simple and understandable with the use cases and again with ethical implications. So we all know what each automation is coming with, right? But apart from this, of course, we have 10 other courses that you can really enjoy, from generative AI for business, for AI in education and interior design, and many more. You can explore it. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope you came out with a very useful practical tips. Again, Supa, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you,
Yeah.
Chris, and thank you for everyone who's attending us. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you um, benefited from this webinar and understood like what is automations, what AI agents are, see how automations work, see the basic and the more advanced ones. Yeah, hope
Yeah,
you
and they're gonna go and test it, right? So they can start testing it all. So
exactly.
yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So again, thank you so much. It
Thank you
was
so much.
fantastic,
Thank you. Thank
and yeah. So see you next time.
you. Okay. Thank
Bye.
you. Good night. Good night or good morning. I don't know.
Good night.